Welcome everyone. Welcome to Purple Lunar Rose Tarot and Astrology. Tonight I'm going to be reading for all 12 signs. I am looking at the last week of January, so January 25th through the 31st of 2026. Guys, please remember we are multi-streaming, so tonight we're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch all at the same time. Your biggest cosmic influence this week, January 25th through the 31st, is first, we're officially in Aquarius season. So happy birthday to all the Aquariuses out there. On the 26th, we do have Neptune moving into Aries, and that energy is for the next 14 years. We did discuss that in length and detail on Tuesday night. If you're looking for that information, you can find that over on my YouTube channel under the live tab. I will use timestamps tonight, guys. So we'll put timestamps in and then I will include them in the description box immediately following the live stream. I am going to break them down as fire signs, water signs, earth signs, and air signs. I do intend to try to keep them as short and sweet as possible tonight. So if it sounds like I'm moving through them a little quicker than normal, that is very likely. I was told that I would get a little extra support and help tonight, being able to move through that. So I'm really excited for that. Thank you, Sandra. It has been a long day for me. I almost rescheduled, but Spirit is teaching me the very tough lesson of the importance of showing up, regardless of if I'm the only one, right? So I'm here. But I did ask for a little bit of a reprieve. So I'm hoping that the messages come through pretty easy tonight. I can't think of anything else that I really want to talk about. I feel like we talked about most of the energies for this week on Tuesday. So I'm just going to jump right in to Aries. Journey by Jace to me for our guidance, and then of course the Moonology to close it out. All right, let's start with Aries right at 3 minutes. I'm loving that already. 3 is definitely my number, right? So I never say that these are for your sun, moon, or rising. I use all 12 signs. I correlate with my own birth chart. We have all 12 signs on our chart, and that rules a certain area of our life. I feel like more people are starting to learn and understand that. So pull your birth charts out. For me, Aries is my sun sign. It is my Mars is in Aries, and I also have Mercury in Aries. So tell me in the chat, where is Aries for you? I'm going to start out with the energy of the week. We have narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. Impasse is going to be your challenge or obstacle. Wandering path is your lesson learned to help you with that challenge or obstacle. And surrendering to the journey, release, control is going to be the outcome for Aries. I feel like that last card really lets Aries know how challenging this energy is going to be. Passion and pleasure is on the bottom. It says savor your life. This is the reason. So this is the reason that you're experiencing these energies this week, Aries. I picked it up right away. I feel like it's pretty easy. Thank you, Spirit, for showing up, right? I do feel like it's going to be a challenging week for you, Aries. You are having to tread thoughtfully. You could be experiencing a little nervousness, maybe even some anxiousness. It shows that wooden rickety bridge that I really don't like. None of us like that, I don't think. It's that bridge that when you get on, people jump on it and then it starts moving, right? It gives you that nervous type of energy. When I pulled cards for myself, I got a lot of change energy. So it's very possible you're experiencing some change, that something's new could cause you some type of anxiety. You could also feel like you're under some type of pressure as well. Your challenge or obstacle, Aries, is impasse, reflect, and redirect your energy. Spirit's asking you to put the focus somewhere else. One thing I'm learning through my spiritual awakening journey is you cannot have fear and anxiety and faith all at the same time. The more fear and anxiety you're experiencing, the less faith that you are in, right? Or you have. So if you feel, Aries, like you're experiencing a lot of anxiousness or tension or pressure, definitely could be a time to connect with spirit, build your faith, right? I feel like that's definitely something I had to work on today. And that's how you're going to redirect that energy, right? We're not going to focus on the thing that we're fearful of. We're not going to be, like causing it to be bigger than it is. We're going to focus on our faith, and we're going to grow our faith. And that's how we're going to get through the thing that's challenging us, right? Wandering Path says, enjoy the journey. So whenever I see this card in the Sacred Traveler, I know that Spirit is saying, I don't need to know what all the answers are. I need to have faith that Spirit's going to put me in the right place at the right time. And that it's definitely giving this energy of everything that happens for you type of energy. And something could be happening, Aries, where you're trying to figure out, like, how does this benefit you? What is the outcome going to be? And Spirit's saying, leave that part to Spirit, right? Big confirmation here with this potential outcome, because it says surrendering to the journey. I do believe that is what happens for Aries this week. And it says release control. So again, big confirmation that you're going to have to let go. Aries is a control freak, right? Like, we are serious control freaks. Aries wants to be the first of everything, kind of like the ruler, the rule maker type of energy. Aries is not the rule maker, but it definitely feels like that's something. It's like you want control, full control for Aries. And that's not really how life works, especially when it comes to our faith, right? All right, so let's clarify a little bit with Llewellyn Tarot. The narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. We have the Hanged Man. There's this energy again, like something's about to pop or something's about to take off. There's some type of change that could be causing you a little uneasiness, or I feel like this hesitancy, like you could feel like you're not ready. There could be this energy of imposter syndrome as well coming through really strongly for Aries this week. The impasse, reflect and redirect your energy. I feel like where you need to, what's that saying? How's that saying go? Like where your focus goes, energy flows. I think it's like that. So it's very much saying, like, if you're focused on the thing that's causing you fear and anxiety and this type of thing, then it's just going to grow and it's going to get bigger and it's going to look scarier, right? And if you focus on your faith and you build your faith and your faith gets stronger and stronger, God defeats everything, right? So it's like the fear gets smaller, your faith gets bigger. Does that make sense? I do want to point out that the Hanged Man is Pisces energy. You have Knight of Pentacles over here for reflect and redirect your energy. What I'm getting with Knight of Pentacles is that it's slow moving energy. So it's very possible that Spirit's asking you to take things easy and slow things down. I want to point out, Aries, that, okay, so I'm in April 17th, Aries, right? My sun is in Aries, my birthday. We have the first new moon of the zodiac calendar coming on my birthday, April 17th of 2026. And that's going to start the zodiac year. So it's springtime. It's when everything's new. And we start the cycles all over again. Right now, we are in the last season. We're in winter season. I know that we just experienced the, new year of the calendar year that we use now. But the reason that I think a lot of us are feeling like slow or tired or this type of energy is because we're supposed to be resting like as much as possible right now. This is the winter. Like, think about what all the animals are doing or what the plants and flowers and just literally everything in nature, right? Except for humans. Humans are like, oh, January 1st, let's celebrate and start all these new projects and yada, yada. And then we can't figure out how come we can't do our New Year's resolutions and how come we're exhausted and burning out. because this is winter and we're supposed to be resting right now. So slow things down, Aries. Go slow, take your time type of energy. Wandering path, enjoy the journey. I feel like Spirit's saying you don't need to know all the twists and turns. You don't need to know all the answers. You don't need to know where Spirit's sending you. You just need to have faith that you're where you're supposed to be, right? Knight of Cups is here. Knight of Cups is about emotions. It's about being able to tell someone how you feel. It's very possible that whatever you're going through right now is some type of process where you're learning about your own emotions. Something that I learned today that was really significant to my journey. Okay, so when I had spiritual awakening, I went through all the steps, just like we all do, right? So I had the awakening, I had dark night of the soul, I had, the rising, the phoenix rising, right? Kundalini activation, heart activation, all the steps, right? And what happened was when I built myself back up, of course, through Spirit's help, I decided I was going to get another relationship, right? And so in that relationship, the next 5 years, I really, really depleted myself to a point that I never experienced before. And that's kind of where I'm at now, right? So today, it's like I learned how much I depleted myself by trying to continue to like push through instead of taking the time that I needed to take care of me. Does that make sense? So I feel like if you're being asked to slow down, Aries, or you're being asked to be a little bit more patient with yourself, it's definitely going to it's going to have something to do with the amount of love that you're giving yourself. How well are you filling your cup, right? How well are you filling your cup? All right, surrender to the journey, release control. We do have the Page of Swords, so there is a lot more learning to do. Page of Swords is higher learning, ascension type of energy. It could also say that someone's watching, afraid to communicate. That could just be you, Aries. I don't know. For me, remember, I have Mercury in Aries, so my Aries, like, I'm never afraid to communicate. You know what I mean? But I think it's more about like there's more to learn. There's more to come type of energy. I don't think that you were as ready to go or something like that as you think. All right. So Spirit wants you to do a little more work on yourself, Aries. Let's pull a guidance card. Look at this. That's the work, Aries. Ooh, get ready. Saturn moves into Aries beginning of February, guys. We talked about Neptune and Aries on Tuesday. We will talk about Saturn and Aries next. All right, so we have discipline. I can't accomplish what I set my mind to. That is the goal. That's going to be that Page of Swords energy as well. Moonology to close it out. This is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. Look at this. Bring love into the situation. New moon and Aquarius. So big confirmation of what I said. You need to give yourself a little love, Aries. Pour back into your cup. You could definitely be feeling a little depleted at this time. All right, I'm going to leave that right there. I hope that reading was helpful. I'm going to clean up really quickly. We're going to move on to Leo. Tim, welcome. insane big yawn right before Leo. So this should be interesting. Oh, and I was like, I want to go fast. Look at this. All right, 15:05 for Leo. All right, Leo, this is going to be for January 25th through January 31st. It is the last week of January. You do have Neptune moving into Aries. And again, we did talk about that energy on Tuesday night. Of course, we'll talk about it a lot more. It's the next 14-year cycle with Neptune and Aries. I think the biggest energy that we're going to notice is, I think it's more when Saturn moves conjunct with Neptune and Aries. That's really when we're going to start to see this energy. That's going to happen, I believe it's February 3rd. But Leo, let's see. What is the energy for Leo last week of January 2026? First light, beginning a new cycle comes out. See how it shows all the seasons? That is interesting to me, especially with Aries. We were just talking about how we're in the winter season, and this is a time of rest. This is a time of replenishment, right? All right. Let's look at challenge or obstacle for Leo. Rejuvenating rain, clear the past and heal the present comes out. Lesson learned, travel lightly, simplify your life. And potential outcome, there's that passion and pleasure that we see in bottom of the deck for Aries. It says, savor your life. Bottom of the deck for Leo, we have grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. Leo, I feel like you're going through something, you're finishing. There's a closure here with these cycles. You see all the different seasons in this card. You see the fall leaf, you see the snow on the tree, you see the spring bird and the new eggs. All the seasons are on this card, and it's this energy of something coming to full circle, some type of completion. I feel like whatever you've went through is challenging. I'm getting a feeling of relief. Rejuvenating rain, clear the past, heal the present. I feel like that just kind of confirms what I was saying about the season. Like winter is a time of replenishment. I feel like you've been doing that. So as Aries was struggling to slow down, which I mean kind of makes sense for Aries, Leo, it's like you've learned something. You're not pushing yourself or pressuring yourself. You've definitely started taking something easier on yourself, and that's actually brought you more healing than whatever the push was, like whatever you were trying to force. Maybe you were trying to force something like before it was ready or before it was time. Lesson learned to help you with the challenge or obstacle is simplify your life. Again, Leo, I feel like you've actually already started to do this. Passion and pleasure, savor your life. Again, just like for Aries, this is the reason that we're all doing this. Every person on this planet, doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter where you live, doesn't matter what country you're from, does not matter right now. I am live streaming. It is January 22nd, 2026. I don't need to talk about what's happening in the world. We all know. So we're all affected. Like literally, we're all affected. What I can say, the only positive thing that I, Rosa, can say about what we're experiencing in the world today, two things. One, it's showing us that we're not alone. We are all one. And two, it's showing us the importance of self-care, mental health, the pursuit of happiness, joy, fulfillment, emotional contentment, All of these things are becoming priority to every single person on the planet. If you're here on Earth, doesn't matter where you're at, all of these things are becoming important right now. And it seems to me like Leo has a little bit of a like a leg up, like a head start. Bottom of the deck, we have Four of Swords. Four of Swords is resting and healing. Again, it's bottom of the deck. I feel like you've been doing that already. You've been working on your resting. You've been working on your healing. You've stopped pushing yourself. I'm not saying that you weren't recently pushing yourself, but something's recently clicked for you, Leo. All right, first light, beginning a new cycle. We have Queen of Swords. Healthy boundaries, standing up for yourself, speaking up for yourself, taking some type of control, maybe communicating your needs. All right, rejuvenating rain, clear the past and heal the present. Ooh, look at this. It is the horned one. Again, I'm using Llewellyn Tarot, so you can see that the devil is like withered. He's clear in the back of the picture. The fox is still here. It does say that you still need to be cautious. You still need to be vigilant, pay attention, but you've overcome something. And I definitely feel like that's the energy. Now, it's possible that you're not giving yourself enough credit for what you've overcome. Again, is there still more to go? Absolutely. All right, travel lightly, simplify your life is lesson learned to help you with that challenge or obstacle. I want to point out the horned one is the devil card in Llewellyn Tarot, and it is, of course, Capricorn energy. With travel lightly, simplify your life, we see the Knight of Cups again. Knight of Cups is being courageous enough to tell someone how you feel. I definitely feel like this has something to do with putting yourself first, making yourself a priority, expressing what your needs are to those around you. Passion and pleasure, again, is the why. There definitely could be this energy, like something that you went through that maybe, I don't know, like caused you like to realize that life is short. You're not going to waste your time on something. And it's like, you're going to find what makes you happy. It's like, that's really important to you right now, Leo. So 10 of Pentacles comes out, and I feel like that's just confirmation because 10 of Pentacles. Now, remember, it's not 10 of Cups. So 10 of Cups is emotional contentment, happy home, happy family. But this, Leo, there's more than just happy home, happy family that's needed for you to feel content. And with the Pentacles, I mean, strong masculine energy. Tim says Leo is your moon sign. It is giving like, protect, provide energy. So it's like you have some type of accomplishment that you desire that has to do with being able to protect and provide. And the interesting part is that the 10 of Pentacles is for all, everyone, everything. All right, Leo, let's pull some guidance. The soul's journey. I do see the balance card. I bring a state of perfect harmony into the world, and I do so without judgment. So I feel like that's kind of confirmation because I definitely feel like you've already stepped into this energy, and this energy would be bringing you a lot of balance. Again, most likely I'm talking to a Leo where you pushed yourself too hard, maybe even to a breaking point. Maybe with like your boundaries or enforcing your boundaries or speaking up for yourself or just telling people what it is that you needed. All right, so we have perseverance comes out. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. I'm going to take that balance card. I bring a state of perfect harmony into the world, and I do so without judgment. And I do have a time to give rather than take. It's new moon in Virgo. I feel like this is about giving to yourself, Leo. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. Guys, if it was, make sure to tap that like button for me. Let's clean up. Last fire sign is going to be Sagittarius. I feel like today was a day of nerves for me. So a little chamomile and honey tea tonight. All right, time for Sagittarius. Let's timestamp. Let's do 2636 because I've seen it. 2636. All right, Sagittarius. This is going to be for the week of January 25th through the 31st. Your biggest cosmic influence will be Neptune in Aries. There's something about Aquarius season that's sticking out to me. You may know an Aquarius. You may want to check your chart to see where Aquarius is on your chart. I'm going to jump right in with the Sacred Traveler. Let's look at your energy of the week for Sagittarius. We have view from above, get the big picture. Could have something to do with traveling. Interestingly enough, the Sagittarius sign is the natural ruler of the 9th house, which does rule over traveling. All right, let's look at challenge or obstacle for Sagittarius. We have finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. I will say the energy does seem very closed off, and it feels like Spirit's asking you to be more open to something. All right, lesson learned to help you with that challenge or obstacle. We have fellow traveler. Support is all around you. Maybe what you need to be more open to is soul tribe, soul family. I want to point out that the peacock is sticking out to me. The peacocks do always represent masculine energy. Fellow traveler support all around you always gives me like soul family, soul tribe type of energy. All right, potential outcome for Sagittarius. We do have miracles. Expect the wanderers to emerge. You're praying for something, Sagittarius. You're praying, and Spirit's telling you to expect it to happen. Solitude and silence, peace prevails. You could be spending a lot of time on your own. I do get this energy of closed offness, and that's bothering me a little bit. Let's pull some tarot. Sagittarius is my moon sign. I was just discussing with someone today how I feel like I've been closing myself off a little more than usual. I feel like I'm doing that to protect myself and my own sanity at the time, mental health, all the things. I understand that that's not, everything's in balance. We're not supposed to be out there every day, all day, but we're not supposed to hide all day, every day either. And I'm definitely experiencing this energy where I'm hiding more than I'm going out. Does that make sense? Like, definitely protecting my peace type of thing. But again, the faith comes in. Like, I still need to be able to function in society and go through my everyday, right? All right, let's look at view from above. Get the big picture. We have the 4 of Swords coming out. I'm sorry, this is the 5 of Swords coming out. This could have something to do with thoughts in the mind. That's why Spirit's asking you to spend some time with yourself or to gather around like minds, like soul tribe, soul family, soul sisters, brothers, that type of thing. Finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. 7 of Cups. There is some confusion when we see 7 of Cups. I will say that I am using Llewellyn Tarot. And Llewellyn Tarot, okay, so normally with 7 of Cups, there's confusion because the cups have your choices in them, and then they're covered with clouds. Well, the cups are like in the sky and the clouds are covering them. So it's hard to see like what your choices are in the cups. And that's what 7 of Cups represents, is choices, options, choosing something. Sagittarius, this is Llewellyn Tarot. There's no clouds covering the cups like in Rider Waite. So it's like you see the options clearly, but you're still struggling to make some type of decision. Spirit's going to say, okay, so the decision is going to have something to do with something that's spiritual and something that's not. It's super easy. You're going to pick the more spiritual route, right? You're going to pick what's going to lead you to your fellow travelers, to the support that you're looking for, right? 5 of Pentacles comes out. 5 of Pentacles says it's okay to ask for help. There's a lot of 5 energy here. It's definitely could be like a lot of change. You could be right on the brink of some type of scary change. I will say none of us are necessarily fans of change. We like things to be the same. We get used to things and comfortable in our energies. And even if like it's an uncomfortable situation, we're comfortable there because it's what we know, right? So I'm kind of picking that up for Sagittarius. Miracles, expect the wondrous to emerge. Whatever you've been praying for, asking for, it's like Spirit saying it's coming, it's here. We have Knight of Wands is here. Knight of Wands says you're going to have to take some type of passionate, courageous action. Bottom of the deck, we do have Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is my clue card for Divine Feminine. It's also the energy of self-care. All right, let's pull some guidance for Sagittarius. Tim says, force myself to go out today. Look at the confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. Friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Let's look at bottom of the deck. We have growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Let's pull Moonology to close it out for Sagittarius. This is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. You definitely could be overthinking something, but I feel like there's also some high emotion. There's some type of fear or hesitancy. Definitely could be experiencing some type of change, not sure how to move forward, that type of thing. Look at this. Expect powerful change. Spirit loves me today. All right, I'm going to leave it there, Sagittarius. I hope that reading was helpful. If it was, guys, make sure you're tapping the like button for me. It's time for the water signs. So I thought that when I asked Spirit for a reprieve, and I was trying to call out of work tonight, and Spirit was like, I'm going to send you extra help. You're going to get through it just fine. I thought that Spirit was like, we're going to get through it fast. No. The readings are coming super easy, but not necessarily fast, right? It's funny. I feel like all 12 signs, I'm constantly trying to get through them as quickly as possible. And Spirit's like, no, this is what we do. All right. Sandra says, I've been a hermit since 2020, working from home. Safest place to be. I started PLR in 2020. I did go back to work. I don't know what, 3-4 years after building PLR, just to supplement, the income. But it is seasonal, so it's not too bad. All right, water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I'm going to start with Cancer first. Let's do 3511 for Cancer. In Cancer, this is going to be the week of January 25th through the 31st. The biggest cosmic influence is going to be Neptune moving into Aries. All right, Sacred Traveler, let's start out with your energy of the week. We have taking shelter. The answers are within. Look at the snow. Guys, I'm supposed to get a lot of snow starting tomorrow night all through Sunday. Saturday, Sunday, I believe we're going to get anywhere between 6 to 12 inches. Out here where I'm at, that's a lot of snow. I know it's not really, but here where I'm at, it is. I'm definitely hoping that it's more snow than ice, but I feel like we're ready. We're prepared. We have gotten the things. But yeah, Cancer, taking shelter, the answers are within. You may be somewhere in the United States where you're about to experience this very widespread winter storm. You may be fixing to spend some time indoors within. I keep burping, so I don't know. Confirmation. Look at this. More confirmation. Solitude and silence. Peace prevails. It's interesting, Cancer. It's almost like you went out. Like Spirit's saying you have to stay in, and it's like you went out, which is interesting as well because I feel like Cancer doesn't normally have a problem with staying in. What I'm picking up here is a little bit of that energy. You know how when somebody tells you you can't do something, you just suddenly want to do it? You know what I mean? Like that's kind of what I'm picking up with the solitude being in your challenge or obstacle. Because I feel like for Cancer, self-care, self-love, self-healing, nurturing, that type of thing, that excuse me, that type of energy, I feel like isn't a challenge for Cancer. Cancer is a very nurturing sign already. So when solitude is in your challenge or obstacle, I feel like it's giving this energy like Spirit's asking you to do something or not allowing you to do something else. And it's like you just want to do the something else, right? All right, let's look at lesson learned to help you with challenge or obstacle. We have staying focused, hold the course. So I feel like that's just more confirmation. And potential outcome for Cancer the week of January 25th through the 31st. Look at you reaching your destination. Your light is shining brightly. Could be struggling to focus. I felt that with that energy, like Spirit's asking you to sit, be calm, wait, go within. And you're like, no, I'm ready to go out. I want to go do. And it's not a normal energy for you, Cancer. And I'm not saying that Cancer doesn't go out and like to do. They of course do, but it's like you also don't have any issue with spending time with yourself and taking care of yourself. So the fact that there's an issue now is giving me this, I told you you can't, and that's the only reason you want to type of energy. Look at that. Desert passage, trust that there's a divine plan. All right, Cancer, let's do a little tarot, get a little bit more information. Yes, I feel like it's everywhere, Tim, everywhere. From Texas, where Sherry's at, all the way to where you and Michelle are. It's widespread. All right, taking shelter, the answers are within. Interesting part is we pulled out Three of Cups. Two cards came out. Three of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. Three of Cups is, again, soul tribe, soul family. 10 of Pentacles is accomplishments, getting what you want. It needs to go over in solitude, Spirit says. Okay, so Three of Cups in your energy of the week, taking shelter, the answers are within. You could be looking at your inner circle, Cancer. You could be needing to I don't know, learn something, see something, but there's something about the inner circle. Solitude is your challenge or obstacle. 10 of Pentacles. Getting something you want is the challenge or obstacle, because that's what 10 of Pentacles is. It's like your goals, your achievements. So it's like you're struggling to reach your goals or achieve something that you want, again, due to some type of inner circle situation. Staying focused, hold the course. Oh man, I know what this is. I'm in so much trouble. Oh goodness, I'm a Cancer rising. Okay. Staying focused. It's so interesting because I was talking all day today about how I'm struggling to stay focused, and it would make sense that I've allowed something in my inner circle that is distracting me, right? All right. King of Pentacles is here, taking responsibility, stepping up to the plate. That type of energy, reaching your destination, your light shines brightly. I do feel like Cancer, it's very possible you get like an aha moment like I just did this week as well. Queen of Swords comes out. There's your aha moment. Healthy boundaries, standing up for yourself, speaking up for yourself. It's going to be enforcing the healthy boundaries. That's what it is. All right, Two of Pentacles is on the bottom. If you're feeling stressed or pulled in too many directions, or like you're being distracted from your goals or what it is that you want to accomplish, healthy boundaries is going to be important. Okay, so that could be a struggle for you, especially, like I said, you're such a caregiver, such a nurturer, such a helper, fixer type of energy. So it's like Spirit could be asking you to pour that energy into yourself, and that's challenging for you because you're so used to caring for those around you. You may need to tighten that inner circle, and removing someone or releasing someone that's been distracting or maybe not doing their own work, right? Not equal effort could be a challenge for you as well. All right. Here's going to be the guidance. We have blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. Oh, the spankings I'm getting right now, if y'all only knew. Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspects of my mind. All right, let's pull Moonology to close it out. 2 cards come out. Communication is key. It's new moon in Gemini, and you are good enough. It's full moon in Virgo. All right, I'm going to leave it right there, Cancer. I hope that reading was helpful. I'm going to clean up, and we're going to move on to Scorpio. I said that a little hesitant. I wonder what that means. Yeah, thank you. The message definitely got through. I feel like today has been a day of Spirit just showing me the consequences of my rebellion. I will say that my Aries feels very unaware. Did not realize I was depleting myself as quickly or as much as I was. But I see it now, and I get it now. All right, Scorpio. Ooh, I've seen that 4404. Let's do 4411. All right, Scorpio. So this is going to be for January 25th through the 31st. It is the last week of January. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like January is always like a really long month. And this January definitely seems like it went very quickly. Is it just me, or does it seem that way? Like, did January fly by? I feel like it flew by. So there could be something about that as well. Like, you could feel like time is going by too quickly. Maybe you feel like you're running out of time. There's something about that. All right, let's do energy of the week for Scorpio, January 25th through the 31st. We have unknown territory. You're exactly where you need to be. Wondrous universe, walking beauty is going to be on the bottom. Challenge or obstacle, we have protected by angels. You are cherished by angels. This is you in doubt here. Faith could be slipping, worried about something, stressed about something. You can't have anxiety, stress, fear, and faith at the same time. It's just not possible, right? Lesson learned to help you with the challenge or obstacle. We have infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. There's something about teamwork and partnership here. And then discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. Scorpio, very possible that this is the week where you see something, you get some type of observation, some type of clarity when it comes to who's working with you and who's working maybe not against you, but not for you either. Unknown territory, we have Ace of Wands. This is new, passionate action. This is destiny, fate, whatever is happening to you right now, Scorpio, that you're like, man, I've never experienced this before. I don't know what's happening. I don't know where the resources will come from next. That type of energy, it's destined. You're going through some type of fated energy. What I will say is that you are highly cherished and protected. This is in your challenges or obstacles because you're lacking the belief that you're highly cherished and protected. The horned one comes out, the devil energy. This is Capricorn energy. This is, again, in the Llewellyn Tarot, the horned one is defeated. He's withered. He's drawn back. The devil card does represent karmic energy, the ties that bind type of energy. I feel like you could feel that there's something spiritually dark, which, I mean, not too surprising for Scorpio because you're spiritually dark. I don't know how else to say that. But I feel like there's something about that darkness or heaviness that could be weighing on you, Scorpio. It's like you could feel like, okay, so remember, Scorpio is the natural ruler of the 8th house. It's the ruler of death and rebirth. It's the natural ruler of, like, the underworld, right? It's death and transformation. It's Phoenix rising. Scorpios help people awaken through their awakening when they're going through dark night of the soul. If you're a Scorpio, if you have like a strong Scorpio placement, like your sun, your moon, your rising, then most likely you help people come out of their darkest pits. Right? Like, that's what you do, regardless of whether you know that's what you're doing or not. That's what you do with your friends, your family, everyone. You help them get through their darkest times. And for some of you, you even reflect darkness to others in order for them to see it, in order for them to awaken, in order for them to come towards the light type of thing, right? I feel like you think that the darkness or the heaviness is taking over. Scorpio, you need to remember who you are. You need to remind yourself who you are. You rule the darkness. You rule the heaviness. You rule death and transformation. You are the ruler of this energy. This is your fate. This is your destiny. This darkness cannot defeat you. 1, you're highly protected. 2, you're the ruler. You control I mean, I don't want to say you control the devil energy, but I mean, people believe there's a little horned one underneath. You know what I'm saying? If there was, you'd be the ruler of it. So whatever darkness is causing you a challenge or obstacle, whatever you're fearing right now, one, you've already beat this shit before, which is interesting. See how he's drawn back? So it's like, I don't know why it's happening to you a second time, or why you're finding yourself in this situation again. Spirit saying not to lay blame. Okay, whatever. But you're definitely in a situation again. There's something about that. But at this point, you should be confident in your protection, your spiritual protection. And you should be taking control of whatever that darkness is. Whether it's fear, whether it's karma, whether it's some I don't know, bad habit, I don't know, whatever it is, you have the power. You're the ruler of the underworld. You're the ruler of the darkness. You're the ruler of all the scary shit. So you shouldn't be scared of anything. All right, infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. This isn't about abundance. Well, it's not true. You do have abundant protection. You have abundant control over whatever this scary shit is. So I don't know why I keep cussing. Sorry. But this is about your family. This is about your inner circle. This is about the people around you that you work with, you deal with, you have the same goals, the same things that you're trying to accomplish in your day-to-day. We have Four of Pentacles. You're going to have to let something go with that situation. It may even be a person. All right, discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. This is the answer. So regardless, Scorpio, of what you want the answer to be, the answer is that you're going to have to go towards the light. You're going to have to show someone else the light, and you're going to have to stand in your truth, period. Six of Swords, because Spirit said so. And you know it, because you feel guided. You feel called. King of Wands is on the bottom. This is your courage. Definitely some scary times, some scary issues, but you have the power. You rule the scary. I mean, I don't know. All right, the peace comes out. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. What did I say? You're in control. You rule that negative energy. Whatever that scary stuff is that you're dealing with, you control it. You rule it. You don't like it, tell it to freaking leave. That's it. It's that simple. Love is here. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Happiness is on the bottom. All right, Moonology to close it out. A win-win outcome is forecast. It's full moon in Libra. You could be dealing with some Libra energy, Scorpio. Look at this. Ready? It's time to release negativity. It's full moon in Scorpio. I don't know what this negative thing is around you. I don't know if it's Capricorn energy. I don't know if it's just like devil energy. I don't know if it's just like darkness. I don't know if it's just whatever this is. It's got a hold of you. It's got a grip on you. It's causing you some type of fear, and you rule this shit. There's no reason, Scorpio, that this should be causing you any fear whatsoever. You're in control. That's it. That's all I got. Ooh, deep breaths. All right, Pisces. 54:11. I want to point out that all the water signs were timed at whatever minute and 11 seconds. All right, Pisces, this is January 25th through the 31st. It is the last week of January 2026. We do have Neptune moving into Aries. Neptune is your ruling planet. Let's see how this energy, this is the beginning of a 14-year era, new cycle. Let's see how it pans out. Very beginning, out the gate for Pisces. We have fogged in, go slow, and take time. Transformation is coming out. There's that Scorpio energy I was just talking about. A fresh new way of living emerges. Lesson learned to help you challenge your obstacle. We have gates of triumph. Success expands in your life. And potential outcome for Pisces, January 25th through the 31st, we have journey by moonlight. Believe in magic. Watching the clouds, lie back, rest, and relax is on the bottom. I don't know if this has anything to do with it, Pisces, but I've definitely been dealing with some brain fog. Had an appointment today, getting a whole new panel of lab work done all over again. So excited for that. Definitely feel like it has something to do with the hormones, the perimenopause, all that fun, yada yada stuff. Definitely feel like it's my level of stress. Pisces, you could be feeling stressed. The transformation energy is not new. This isn't your challenges or obstacles. Something's taking a long time. You could have like closed out an old cycle or an old chapter, but the new one hasn't started yet, type of thing. Gates of triumph, success expands in your life. When I see this, the doorway, the entryway is what sticks out to me. And it's this energy of something's blocking your doorway. Journey by moonlight, believe in magic is the potential outcome. I do believe you get some type of, I don't know. It's like spirit clears the fog, clears the clouds, kind of pulls you through, helps, gives you a little like extra guidance this week. Fogged in, go slow, take time. We have 3 of Swords. It's some type of healing. This is taking a long time, long term. This is not a fast moving energy. 4 of Wands coming out. This is you trying to rebuild your foundation. This is you trying to find a firm foundation. This is you rebuilding a firm foundation. It is the 11-11. Pisces, I pointed out when we did the timestamps for all the water signs. Cancer was 35-11. Scorpio was 44-11. Pisces was 54-11. So 11-11 could be very significant for Pisces. Gates of triumph, success expands in your life. I feel like there's something you need to remove from that doorway. It could be a person, place, or thing. It could just be like fear. We have the Hanged Man. I believe it's fear. There's your Pisces energy. I am using Llewellyn Tarot, so a little bit different than normal Hanged Man energy where it says you need to get out of your head space and move into your heart space type of thing. This energy says you're actually getting ready to see how he's not hanging upside down. His feet are actually getting ready to touch the ground. And when his feet touch the ground, you're getting ready to go. So there's this energy of like coming into alignment, making sure like all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. It's like you're getting the final steps together as you're getting ready to go through some type of, again, I feel like the transformation's already started. So this is like you're waiting for the back half of something. It's definitely on its way. Make sure that you yourself are prepared. Journey by moonlight, believe in magic. We have the 4 of Pentacles. Again, 4 of Pentacles is energy of release. I think that what you're releasing is the need to control something, Pisces, and Spirit's asking you to believe in Spirit, have faith, believe in magic, understand that what's meant for you cannot pass you. All right, Pisces, a little guidance to close it out. Relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good and self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. All right, Moonology to close it out. This is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. You definitely could be overthinking something. Step out of your comfort zone. It's the North Node. Pisces, I recommend looking on your birth chart. Where is your North Node? This whole reading could be about that area of your life. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Look at this full moon in Pisces. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. If it was, make sure to tap that like button for me. I'm going to clean up really quickly. We're going to move on to the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Ooh, I pay attention to that Saturn, Tim. I think it's like February 3rd, February 6th. I'm not sure. It's not very long. Saturn's going to move into Aries with Neptune. It's giving us the discipline. It's giving us the discipline that we've all been needing in that area of our life. Only because I know your chart and we're both Cancer rising. For me, Pisces is my 9th house, right? So that's your 9th house, right? So it's like how we get to spirit, how we learn about spirit, how we align with spirit, how we commit to our spiritual journey. That's the discipline that we're fixing to get. And I don't know about you, but I'm excited for it. I've thought I could do this all on my own, but definitely need the extra assistance. And I definitely feel that Saturn moving into Aries is going to give us that very much needed discipline to commit, right? All right. Same. That's why I'm getting in so much trouble. But I will say something that really got me today is that I was able to see, like, get a clear vision of how my, like, out of alignment, how much it's depleting me, how much it's hurting me and hindering me. And I never really saw that before. So that's something. I think it's going to be easier for me to get in line because I got to see how much being out of alignment has caused me. All right, let's do Taurus. Let's do 102.28. 102.28. All right, Taurus, this is going to be for January 25th through the 31st. We do have Neptune moving into Aries this week. Let's see how this energy is out for Taurus. I'm going to start out with the Sacred Traveler. Energy, enthusiasm, shout to the heavens with happiness. Challenge or obstacle, we have choosing your path, all is possible. Lesson learned to help you with challenge or obstacle, we have wise leader, you are a beacon for others. And your potential outcome is watching the clouds card. Lie back, rest, and relax. Bottom of the deck, we do have overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. All right, let's start with the energy of the week, embracing enthusiasm, shout out to the heavens with happiness. Many times when I see this card, I don't necessarily feel that we're shouting to the heavens with happiness. A lot of times they get a lot of sarcasm or like reversal energy with this card. However, I'm not getting that energy for Taurus. I feel like you finally found some direction in your life and it's actually making you very excited. All right. Let's see what's going on for Taurus. Embrace enthusiasm. Shout out to the heavens with happiness. We have the moon on the bottom. The moon is your emotions, your feelings. We have a tower coming out. This is shocking, surprising. You could have had some type of surprise that turned. I don't feel like it's anything bad. I feel like at first you could have been scared of whatever this shocking news or shocking situation was, but it's like somehow you work through the week and you feel like I don't know, you're able to see like why it's good for you or why it's pulling you into alignment, something like this. Choosing your path, all is possible. Maybe you weren't sure like where you were going before, you didn't have direction, something like that. Two of Swords comes out. I feel like that's big confirmation, feeling like I'm not sure what my next move should be. Wise leader, you're a beacon for others, is lesson learned to help you with that challenge or obstacle. You have Wheel of Fortune. So it's like it's time for you to take some type of leadership role, Taurus. You want to point out Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter energy, Sagittarius. The Tower is going to be Pluto energy. It's Aries, it's Mars, sorry. Which is Aries, but could potentially have some Scorpio energy in there as well. Lie back, rest, and relax. As Spirit saying, like, be calm. Everything is happening for a reason. Again, I'm getting that energy of like what's meant for you cannot pass you. I got a little bit of that with Pisces energy. We do have Five of Swords. Five of Swords is going to be about alchemy. So again, you did go through something that was probably challenging. You could be experiencing some surprises from whatever that challenge was. I do feel that it's helping you like get unstuck. Maybe you were spinning circles type of thing, not sure like what direction your life was going to take. Wheel of Fortune just tells me that this is the week. You have guidance, you have direction, you have alchemy. All right, Taurus, let's pull. I do want to, it's a very positive reading for Taurus. I mean, I guess it's possible with the Tower and the Sword energy. Some of you could experience some challenges when it comes to disagreements with those that you love, care for, that type of thing. Remember, you are the wise leader. You are the beacon for others. And it may be time for you to step up to your role, Taurus. That could be someone as well. All right, happiness. I'm aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. Love that. Death card. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. All right, Moonology to close it out for Taurus. Don't let your past hold you back. It's the South Node. And have faith in your dreams. It's the waxing crescent moon. All right, Taurus, I'm going to leave that right there. I hope that reading was helpful. Make sure to tap that like button if it pulled at your heartstrings. I'm going to clean up. We're going to move on to Virgo. Virgo is my third house. My North Node is in Virgo. I will say I do feel like the chamomile helped. All right, Virgo, let's timestamp. Let's do 107:52. This is going to be for the week of January 25th through the 31st. You do have Neptune moving into Aries. Neptune is the planet of dreams, Virgo. It's very possible this energy helps you choose yourself when it comes to what it is that you actually want out of life. All right, answering the call, the time is now. It's going to be your energy of the week. Uncovering treasure beneath the surface is a great bounty, big confirmation of what I just said. Vast vistas, expand your horizons. This is thinking outside of the box. And potential outcome, we have faraway places. Get ready for new horizons. That's what you want, Virgo. You want expansion. You want growth. You want movement. Crossing bridges, it's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing is on the bottom. All right, let's pull a little tarot. Let's find out what is moving. What is this action? There's a lot of energy, a lot of action with this Virgo reading. Bottom of the deck, I have that Three of Swords popping back up. Three of Swords is healing. Answering the call, the time is now. Seven of Cups comes out. This is new options, new choices, or the choice is yours type of thing. There could be some free will energy here as well. Uncovering treasure beneath the surface is a great bounty. Nine of Wands. This is something to do with perseverance. Don't give up now. Vast vistas, expand your horizons. We have Six of Swords. This is thinking outside of the box. Spirit's helping you. I know Spirit's helping me tonight. Have mercy. Thank you. But Six of Swords is like being guided to calmer waters. And then faraway places, get ready for new horizons. We do have Five of Wands. Something you want is not going to be easy. I do feel like you're going to have to push through, persevere to get it. I do feel like it has something to do with your healing journey. All right, let's pull a guidance card for Virgo. We have the failure card coming out. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. And abundance. I'm a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in the physical reality. I will say that is something that has been coming easier to me. The manifestations are coming in pretty smoothly, sometimes to the point that like it scares me a little bit and I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I just did that. A time for healing, big confirmation of that Three of Swords energy that we saw on the bottom of the deck. One more please. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. That's why this is challenging here. You want something. You want to go somewhere. Spirit's saying it's time. You've persevered. Don't quit now. But understand that it's not going to come easy. Nothing we want or that is good or is long lasting comes easy. You're definitely going to have to persevere through something. All right. I hope that reading was helpful. I'm going to leave it right there, Virgo. Make sure to tap that like button for me. I'm going to clean up. We're going to move on to Capricorn. Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn. Saturn is making some really big moves 2026 that is impacting anyone and everyone. It doesn't matter if you have Capricorn in a strong placement like Sun, Moon, or Rising, you're still impacted. I would definitely say look on your chart. Where is Capricorn for you? Capricorn is my seventh house. My seventh house. Today, I actually had an appointment. I've gotten a new therapist. So that was my thing today. I had my first appointment, which is like an intake. You know, those are usually pretty challenging. And they make you like talk about your history, like your life's traumas, right? It's not one of my favorite appointments, but it had to be done, type of thing, right? So I did it. I got there. We got through it. But one thing that I saw as you know, when you're going through these appointments, they last like an hour, hour and a half. And you're getting out a lot of information. You're bringing a lot of information up to the surface in a very short period of time. I think that's why they're so challenging for me. I'm an Aries. I like to do things in my time. I like to process in my time. So having to like talk about like, you know, my life from childhood to where I am today was super challenging. But one thing I noticed is that most of my trauma throughout my life comes from relationships. I'm 46 years old. I am just now understanding and surrendering to the idea of being on my own. I was definitely one of those people that felt I needed to be in a relationship 24/7. Didn't want to be by myself. all of that stuff, right? So the fact that Saturn is moving into Aries is going to give me the discipline that I need to get my shit together. Aries is in my 10th house, so it's my career, it's my reputation. It's what I stand for. So I can't come out here and tell people that this journey is about us, yourself, and about healing yourself if I can't even stand to be by myself, right? So with Saturn moving into Aries, Saturn, the ruler of Capricorn, my 7th house relationships, I'm going to find the discipline I need to be on my own. And I'm so excited. Like I'm so finally ready. So, where is Capricorn on your chart? How is Saturn going to give you discipline in that area of your life that you've probably needed your entire life? All right, 115. This is going to be January 25th through the 31st. Neptune and Aries, Capricorn. We have joy and delight. Open your heart to joy. The child is what's sticking out to me the most. Challenge or obstacle. Wondrous universe. Walk in beauty. This is about believing and your belief system. It's like you believed that something was not going to be good and it's better than you thought. Lesson learned to help you with challenge or obstacle. We have great adventure. Take a risk and venture forward. And then potential outcome for Capricorn. We have navigating by the stars. Follow your bliss. Whenever I see that navigating by the stars, it's a very dark card. It makes me feel like this person's walking in the dark, like they can't see. They're scared of where they're going. Bottom of the deck, we have breaking trail. A breakthrough is at hand. No planets for me either, Tim. And I find that really interesting because we get, I feel like, a lot of astrology is changing. We're becoming more aware. We're gaining more knowledge. We're starting to use all 12 signs, right? We're starting to realize it's more than just our sun, moon, and rising. But we're also, a long time ago, we were told that if you had no planets in a certain house, then you didn't have to worry about that house, right? I started out the gate telling everyone that's not the case because Spirit told me that. So I knew that that was not the case, right? Planets have energy. And when a planet is in a certain house, it offers that energy to that house. When you have no planets in that house, then you don't have the access to those energies. Those planets will be in other parts of your chart and giving access to that energy to other parts of your chart. But for example, for me, 7th house is empty as well. I have no extra assistance when it comes to relationships. So does that mean that that area of my life is easier because there's no planets there? No, it means it's much more challenging. And I'm going to have to reach out to those other areas where those planets are in order to find the assistance I need in the house I have empty. Does that make sense? I hope so. I know astrology can be, it sounds complicated. I feel like sometimes it just sounds complicated. All right, joy and delight. Bottom of the deck, we have Ace of Wands, fate, destiny. There was something about the child that stuck out to me with this card. 6 of Wands is victory. It's also notoriety, like maybe you notice something that's going to make you victorious. Excuse me, so sorry. Wondrous universe, walk in beauty. There's this energy of like you don't believe in something, you don't believe in magic, you don't believe in God. You're struggling to believe that that you're going through something that's going to benefit you later. There's something like this. 10 of Pentacles comes out. This is your goals, your accomplishments, the things that you want to achieve. Maybe you're not achieving the things that you want and you're struggling to figure out the why. It's going to have something to do with something that you need to notice or have a victory in when it comes to whatever this child energy is. Great adventure, take a risk and venture forward. We have the star. This is about a clean slate, bright hope for the future. Aquarius energy coming out strongly. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. Navigating by the stars, follow your bliss. There's this energy of go after what it is that makes you happy, and that's going to give you the light that you need to walk through your darkness. Thank you, Spirit. Justice comes out. Libra energy. There has been a great injustice, and you're currently learning how to balance those scales. All right, Ace of Wands on the bottom. This is fate. This is destiny. Capricorn, guidance to close it out. Abundance. I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in the physical reality. Regret. I know that I cannot change the past. Moonology. I feel like that's something Spirit told me today, because I got that energy of like I had some regrets, like I had caused myself some delays, I had caused myself some depletion, and I definitely got that message that it was a lesson I needed to learn. It'll never happen to me again. I won't allow it to happen to me again. I will be more protective of my energy, my peace, my inner circle. And I would not have done that or known to do that had I not went through what I went through, right? All right, adjustments are required. It's third quarter moon. I'm going to leave it right there, Capricorn. I hope that reading was helpful. If it was, make sure to tap that like button for me. I'm going to clean up and we're going to move on to the air signs. I don't know if y'all can hear me breathing back here. I hope you can't. Definitely need to practice some breath work after tonight's live. Welcome, Twitch. Welcome. All right. Thomas Man 89 joining us. Yes, you are still a Capricorn. Your sun sign is still in Capricorn. All right, Gemini, let's timestamp. Let's do 121:44 because I've seen it. And I am looking at the week of January 25th through the 31st. Your biggest cosmic influence is going to be Neptune, the planet of dreams and desires, moving into Aries. We have Mystic Healer. Healing energy flows through you. That's your energy of the week. Rainbow blessings. Blessings are showering your life as in your challenges or obstacles. There's another one of those entryways, doorways. Something could be blocking your doorway to the blessings that you want to shower your life. The lesson learned to help you with challenge or obstacle is desert passage. Trust that there's a divine plan. And then potential outcome is valiant courage. Take action with passion. Bottom of the deck, we see breaking trail again. A breakthrough is at hand. I mean, healing energy flows through you is not very challenging. I feel like it's pretty easy card to represent. Mystic Healer. I feel like you're healing someone. Maybe not even realizing that you're doing it, or maybe it's not intentional. Maybe it's just happening by the way that you're healing yourself. Maybe you remove something that's blocking your doorway to your blessings, and that is something that someone around you sees, right? It helps them heal through watching you remove what's blocking your doorway. Trust that there is a divine plan. Is like everything is happening for a reason. And I feel like there's two different parts here, Gemini, which is funny because Gemini is the sign of the twins. So I am getting this energy, like split energy, like one thing is going one way, another thing is going another way, but it's all definitely like a divine plan coming together. Valiant courage is going to be the outcome. It does say that you're going to have to take some type of passionate action. All right, bottom of the deck, we have Ace of Swords, new communication, new clarity, new understanding. For Mystic Healer, we have the Strength card. You've overcome something. Again, I get this energy like you're currently overcoming something. Someone's watching you. It's helping someone else heal. It's possible that they're just watching you and it's like they're learning something by example. Rainbow blessings. Blessings are showering your life. The doorway is what's sticking out to me. 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups is like divine wishes being granted, getting something that you want. I feel like it's possible that you're not receiving the blessings that you want because you're allowing something to block that doorway. That could be anything. That could be just you telling yourself that it's not for you, that you're not good enough or you're not worthy enough, something like this. Trust that there's a divine plan. I think the reason that you're waiting is because there's something that you're supposed to learn or help someone else clear. Again, has something to do with like removing what's ever blocking the doorway. The Chariot comes out. The Chariot is Cancer energy. It says the victory is already yours. So again, whatever you're going through, it's like a win-win outcome type of thing. Take action with passion is going to be the outcome. Ace of Wands comes out. Fate, destiny, new passionate action. New passionate action. I feel like that's going to be the message. All right, let's pull a guidance card for Gemini. The Strength card is Leo energy. The Chariot is Cancer energy. You could be dealing with a Leo. You could be dealing with a Cancer. You may need to look those areas up on your own chart. Gratitude comes out. I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Honesty comes out. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. All right, Moonology to close it out for Gemini. You and your loved ones are safe. New Moon in Cancer. Whenever I see this card, I feel like there's something happening in your immediate family. And Gemini, whenever this card comes out, could you be going through something challenging? Yes. But will you come out whole on the other side? Absolutely. Meditate and contemplate. New Moon in Pisces. I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. All right, Libra is next. Libra, there is going to be something about needing to slow down. If you're finding yourself antsy, fidgety, it's something about pushing yourself too hard. You could be putting too much pressure on yourself. It's energy of needing to give yourself your own kindness. All right, let's timestamp. Let's do 128:11. Libra, this is for January 25th through the 31st. Neptune moving into Aries is the biggest cosmic influence this week. You do have grounding for your energy of the week. Go deep and explore your roots. There's something about the way that she's leaned back on this tree. And it almost it's a book, but it almost looks like she's holding a pillow. There could be something about your sleep. All right, stepping into power, you are strong beyond measure is your challenge or obstacle. So you're lacking faith in your own strength. Grace and gratitude, I think you're pushing yourself too hard. Grace and gratitude, through gratitude, joy expands. Potential outcome, begin now, take the first step. Overcoming obstacles, you can overcome anything, is on the bottom. Maybe there's an action that you've been putting off, whatever this first step is. I'm definitely getting a little confusion because I feel like you've been pushing yourself and then also telling yourself like you can't do something, like you're not strong enough to do something. Again, not a true statement, but that's what your belief is. That's what you're telling yourself. There's something about, okay, let's say I'm talking to a Libra who's going through something really challenging and you feel abandoned. You feel like God just left you out there to do it on your own. Not a true statement, but that's what you feel like. Spirit saying with the grace and gratitude, through gratitude, joy expands. Spirit is saying, in order for you to think back on all the times that Spirit showed up. Think back on all the times that Spirit proved to you that you were not alone. There's something about go back to your roots, right? So there's something about go back to the past. Think back in the past, all the times that Spirit showed up. What makes you believe that Spirit's not going to show up this time? What's keeping you from making the move that you need to make because you fear you're not strong enough to make it because you think that Spirit's not standing right next to you? I want you to go back to all the times you thought that before, but you persevered, you made it through, you learned that Spirit helped you, pushed you, guided you, was standing right next to you the whole way. Think back on all those times. That's what's going to help you take the step that you need to take now. All right, Page of Wands, baby steps. Stepping into power, you're strong beyond measure, King of Swords. Remember I said it's your belief system. It's not true. You're lacking belief. You're lacking faith in your strength. Grace and gratitude, through gratitude, joy expands. Quit thinking, one, that you're doing something on your own. God's with you the whole way. Think back of all the times that God showed up when you thought you were doing something on your own. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is my clue card for Divine Feminine. All right, begin now. Take your first step. Six of Pentacles. There's that help. Six of Pentacles literally means help, assistance. Spirit is always with you. Always. All right, Libra, let's pull a guidance card. We have the Envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. We have Surrender. I can release my need to control. And we have Judgment, Scorpio energy coming out strongly in this reading. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Big confirmation there. Thank you, Spirit. Let's close it out for Libra with the Moonology Oracle. Hold your vision. It's the fixed moon. All right, Libra, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. Last one, guys. Last one is Aquarius. We did start Aquarius season. We got some Aquarius birthdays right around the corner. Thank you, Spirit, for helping me get through all 12 signs. Woo. Sweet. I'm so glad. All right, let's do Aquarius. Let's timestamp 1:33:38. The threes could be significant to you, Aquarius. All right, so this is January 25th through the 31st. Yet another three. I'm finding that interesting. All right, so let's do Sacred Traveler. Energy of the week, we have Ascending the Mountain, keep going forward. Challenge or obstacle, we have Crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. Lesson learned to help you challenge or obstacle, we have Voyage of the Heart. Love flows through you and around you. Ooh, Aquarius, heart chakra activation. I even felt it in my chest, heart area. All right, potential outcome. We have in the flow. Everything is smooth sailing. Woo! Bottom of the deck, distant thunder, clear the air. That's what I'm feeling. Okay. Most likely you're having a heart chakra activation. Here's something that I noticed about when I had my heart chakra activation. You know how, and I really, guys, I'm having a spiritual awakening. I don't have all the answers, right? I always say, like, I'm going to ask Jesus one day when I get up there, but today is not the day. But there's something that when I experienced my heart chakra activation, there's something that happened to me that I thought was really interesting and weird all at the same time. You know how when you're going through like AA and they have you, like there's that step where you have to like apologize to all the people that you like harmed or whatever. I'm getting that in this reading. Someone is having a heart chakra activation and you're at the beginning. So you're at that space or that phase where you feel like you need to cleanse, you need to purify, you need to apologize. These types of energies. I don't know if it's to yourself or to someone else. Let's see if we can find out. All right, ascending the mountain, keep going forward. Just kind of tells me that you're at the beginning of something and there is a path to be taken, right? All right, the Hierophant comes out, very spiritual energy, Taurus energy. Crossing bridges, it's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. That's what's happening. Look at this, the Magician. Look at the major arcana is coming out for Aquarius. Voyage of the Heart, we do have 9 of Swords here. Love flows through you and to you. There's something that you're stressing about that. Not necessarily true. There's going to be something about like the tables needing to turn when it comes to releasing and healing. That could help you with that 9 of Swords energy. In the flow is 9 of Wands. Perseverance, don't give up now. Stronger than you know. 2 of Wands is on the bottom. I do feel like you're going to have a very important decision to make. You may even do some traveling. All right, Aquarius, adversity. I accept that the challenges are the best way to learn. And denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with insight and awareness. Service is going to be on the bottom. I feel good when I can help others. That's how you get into service or into alignment, is through purification. All right, nothing will come of the situation. Void, of course, moon. Don't overthink something. You're very close to achieving your goal. It's the gibbous moon. And nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. I definitely feel like there's something that you need to do to come into some type of alignment and remove some type of remorse. All right, I'm going to leave that right there, Aquarius. I hope that reading was helpful. Yay, we made it, guys. All 12 signs. Not too bad. An hour and a half-ish, right? Thank you, Spirit, for helping me get through it as smoothly as possible, right? Guys, we'll be back on Tuesday, Love and Astrology. We're going to be looking at February transits. I'm also going to try to squeeze in the February twin flame energy in the next few days as well. If you guys are new, if you're new to following us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, wherever platform you're watching us on, make sure that our settings and notifications are hit to all. So when I do go live, it lets you know. Schedule right now is Tuesday and Thursday. I do believe that may change in the near future, especially as it gets time for my season at work to start. So let's keep that in mind as well. All right, everyone. Thank you for coming in. Moderators, I appreciate you helping me keep the timestamps. I will put those timestamps in the description box immediately following the live stream. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for coming in. It definitely helps. The support helps. I hope the readings were helpful, and I'm always, always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey.